Now, one of the things that affects us in life, and this is a reality we can't deny, is that finance. So I know you're working and making sure that you even break this down even to a more affordable. Mm-hmm. And tell us a little bit about that. You're splitting it up so that people can buy particular. What is your plan regarding that?
Okay, so what really happened was, whilst I was compiling this Ambassador's Edition,
okay,
I knew it was going to take a long time to complete, because this took me 4 years.
Wow.
But I couldn't wait that long. I needed to get something out there, because our children are dying. There's knife crime. We have county line activities, and so many things are happening.
Okay.
I said, whilst I'm waiting for this master version to finish, this manual as you refer to, I needed to get something out there, and this is what this was.
Okay.
So whilst this was out there doing the rounds for a year and some change, if anybody has this copy and love this copy, but are like, man, now I wish I had this, I then said, let me make some supplements, let me make some modules, break them down into modules so that they can get individual copies. So I don't want to give too much away about that,
okay,
but there is something that's coming, and I have a snippet with me.
Okay.
And this is the first one.
Okay.
That will be made available. So it'll break it down, and there'll be.
So let's break it down. So that's gonna be. Let me just get this clear.
It's like a supplement. So
okay,
if they have this,
right,
and they want to get more of what they're missing out on,
right,
instead of getting this, they can then get the supplements.
Okay. We have to move on. Are you available? You're doing something and being available. You're setting something that you can come to churches, you can do talks. He's available. I'm going to say this to you. He's available if you want to invite him down. So you have a big congregation, a big church, and you'd like Martin to come along and do a seminar for you, and the whole idea of role modeling and parenting, godparenting and other subjects. He's prepared to do it. Tell us a little bit more about that plan that you have and put it in place.
Yeah, well, it's very important, and definitely open and passionate to help. So if there are any churches that are serious and they can see the value, the importance of this vision, by all means, please reach out. I'll be happy to assist, because this is so vitally important. And just to give an example, if you as a godparent are in a position where I'm making you feel guilty because you have godchildren that you have let slip by the way, you've not been in contact with them, and I'm pressing this upon your heart, fantastic. To the pastors, there are hundreds of individuals that are like this. Now, why it's important for them to either read this book first or to have me come and speak to them first is because if they're going to reconnect with their godchildren who might be 7 years old, 10 years old, 13, 15, 17, whatever age you're going to reconnect with that godchild, you have one shot at making it land. Because if you feel challenged and you want to reconnect, and then you think, okay, let me just go and pick up the phone and call them without hearing some suggestions, and you pick up the phone and you're like, hey, listen, I've just been hearing something, want to reconnect with you, and they turn around and say, well, okay, that's nice, but where have you been all my life? Like, where were you when it's been 7 years, I'm good, I don't need you. What are you going to say next? Are you going to be ready for that kind of pushback? How are you going to handle that? That's why this is important. You need to be equipped to know how to handle the pushback that you're going to face, but we need to overcome it, because they need you more than they realize they need you, but you need to be equipped. So
wow,
yeah.
Fantastic. How do people get a hold of the copy? What's the best, what do you say? Where do they get a hold of the copy of the book?
Okay, there's a few ways. There's a few ways you can get this. First and foremost, if you have an account with Amazon, you can access this on amazon.co.uk, and it will be sent directly to your home. Another way you can get this is there are some local bookshops that you can get them in, and they are in Wallington, Leighton, Kingston or Brixton, bookshops in those areas. Another place you can get them from is currently there are some churches who are acting as a distribution hub, which is fantastic, and I'm looking for hundreds, if not thousands more that will do the same. And currently those churches include Assemblies of the Firstborn, New Jerusalem, we have the Ways Ministries, and Refuge Temple, and I'm sure I'm missing some others, but there are.
But you will put them up on. You will put them up so that people can know if they want to, if they're in your area. And by the way, I'm Assembly of the Firstborn, so I'm 100% behind this project. I think the church needs it.
Yeah. So they can reach out to those churches, and even if I haven't mentioned a church, that please go to your own assembly. You go to your own church and say to the pastor, we're hearing about a book called Raising Up Role Models, and there are some churches that are distributors of this. Can we become a distributor of this book and let them, purchase and have them there so it's there available, especially if they conduct baby blessings, christenings, or dedications. Some assemblies call them different names. Get them on board and let them be a distribution hub as well.
I must admit that this book is really well researched. I want to say to the audience out there, this is really well researched. You will not be disappointed, I promise you.
Thank you.
When you get a hold of it. When I saw them, I said, I want the ambassador. I want the ambassador because it's got so much information in it. Yeah. Of course, they all have information in it, but this is like it goes. This is the cream of the crop. Okay, so final question. Anything else you want to say about yourself, who's marching, or anything else that you haven't said yet? I haven't said about you because I'm blown away by your humility. I must say that because this man is not after money. He's after the heart of God. And that's what I love about this man of God.
Very important, very important, yeah, very important, because it's young people. They are, ever since we had the London riots in 2010, and I don't want to say too much about that, but the fact that we've had so many young people affected by things that are happening around us, and even of recent times with COVID, the trauma that they're going through, they need our help. There's an old proverb, African proverb, that says that it takes a village to raise a child. You can modernize it by saying it takes a community to raise a child. And this book is built pretty much around that kind of ethos. It takes us to raise our children. And in order to rebuild our communities and to rescue our children, we need to be better equipped to help them, because there are different challenges that they are facing compared to what we would have been exposed to in our day. So the internet in itself is one huge environment that is so vast, and the types of music that young people are exposed to now, if you don't know anything about their world or their environment, immediately you're disconnected from them. Just to give you a quick example, I remember there was a time I asked my son about his favorite music or his favorite song, and he said, "Yeah, but Dad, I've got this new favorite song." And I goes, "Okay, what is it?" And he told me the title of it, and I thought, okay, that sounds strange, but let's listen to it. So long story short, I sat down with him to listen to a song that he said was his favorite song. Probably wouldn't have been a song that I would listen to, but it's his, and if I dismiss it, we're losing a connection, we're not going to bond. So I said, okay, I hear it. Let's sit down and listen to a lyrics video of this same song. And through listening to a lyrics video of the same song where you can see what's being said, we both discovered at the same time that the song was actually about black magic and witchcraft.
Wow.
Which I didn't even need to say anything to him, right. But he was able to say, "Dad, yeah, clearly this song is no longer my favorite song."
Okay.
But that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't first taken the time to sit down with him, spend that time listening to the song with him, and listening to watching a lyrics video with him.
Okay.
And it's just those little moments, little things like that.
That's very interesting. And this wasn't in the end schedule, but I really need to ask you this: do you need to connect then, or because I'm thinking so? This book is so impressive. that I'm just thinking sometimes we need to take this outside of the church circle, because it's very Christian based, very church based, and I'm not apologizing for that. But like one of the group of people that I associate with is people that said Muslim, for example, who also have children and would want something that can impact their children, but they might not want to tune into a Christian based thing. Have you got any plan to make it more widely available to the local community, not just social community, like the social services and things like that? Because I think this book transcends. Believe me, the contents in this book transcends just Christian churches. It goes wider than this. So I don't know if you have any plan. Maybe put it into your mind that you can probably start doing that.
Yes, Martin. My comment about raising up role model, 2 out of 5 interviewing by Pastor Ted Brown. I share the same sentiment. I have never, ever seen a book explaining, demonstrating, and with such unique an explanation and time spent into this book. I wish you heaven blessing and peace of mind so that you can continue in this passion of sharing the light you have inside with others. And may God continue to bless, guide, and protect you. Yes, it's a book that every pastors, every home of Godparents should have. May God continue to inspire you to write and write and write. You are a blessing. Remain faithful and steadfast in God. Love you. God bless you.